We've got her!
Computing her position now. According to these coordinates, Agent 3 is hiding 14 days before your present time on a different planet. Possibly Jupiter or Saturn. Okay, I have her position now. Be ready for anything, Gage.
Now you know that aliens destroyed Atlantis, Shangri-La, and El Dorado. Imagine how history would have been different if those cities were spared. The TSA must know of our discovery. With the last timepiece, you should have the coordinate for my position. I will be waiting.
Gage, I didn't think the TSA would send you. How can you ignore what I've shown you? Think of your duty to history.
What would you know about duty? You're coming with me now.
Wait, before you arrest me. There's someone here who may convince you further.
Why do you plague me in my final moments? You took away my lab, my life.
Dr. Sinclair, I saw you in the past. Fleeing the destruction of Atlantis. What were you doing there?
Atlantis! You saw its destruction. Then you know that the most beautiful city in history was destroyed by our benevolent protectors.
Yes. I saw it all, Elliot. But why did the Sorolans attack? They're our allies.
They razed Atlantis. It was an unrelenting fire. When the Sorolans came back 10 years ago, I tried to warn Earth, and nobody would listen. And I was imprisoned by you. For my foresight.
I need to know more. Who were the Sorolans fighting?
Long ago, I believed in higher powers. I took it as my purpose to heal and shepherd the world. But the world turned its back on me. And this is my reward for a lifetime of faith. Goodbye, Agent Blackwood.
Elliot.
Can anyone around here follow orders? William, the chameleon prototype was top secret. You're in this just as deep as Gage is. I can't imagine the trouble you've caused us. Lock her up! I should throw you in with Agent 3 for insubordination. But the truth is, I need you. We're in the middle of a crisis. The Breaker Quadrant was attacked only hours ago.
What? There hasn't been an attack on the symbiotree in decades. Do we know who?
We haven't been able to identify the ships. They smashed through our frontier outpost. They're on an intercept course for Earth. The Sorolans have cautioned us to ready our planetary defenses, and are here to offer their support and counsel.
Gage Blackwood, I am Gisela, the Sorolan ambassador to Earth. In this time of crisis, we have come to ask you for your aid.
Those same ships have been on Earth before! They were fighting your people, Ambassador! Gage, tell them what you saw!
Hell, is she still here? Get her out of my sight!
Agent 3 is right. While I was in the past, I saw a craft similar to that when battling Orylen ships. I was in Atlantis, Ambassador. I know what your race did.
What the hell are you talking about, Gage?
Be calm, Commissioner Baldwin. My government has never permitted me to admit this. In your distant past, we defended your planet against a savage race, the Quo'thalas. When my race was young, an elder race called the Sosequi had already passed. They left only whispered legends of their legacy, a relic that contained their vast knowledge. A trail of legends led us to Earth, and it was at Atlantis that we met the Quo'thalas. After words of peace failed. We both fought with a frightening passion for our birthright. When one of the Quo'thalas ships landed near the temple, we had no choice but to destroy the city. We still believe that action saved your world, and many others.
Your quest for the legacy has resulted in the destruction of 3 civilizations from our history.
The Quo'thalas were butchers! We saved your Earth from enslavement!
After the destruction of Atlantis, we battled the Quo'thalas hordes for centuries. Twice more during your history, the legacy's influence resurfaced in the form of 2 highly advanced human cultures. Sadly, each of the cities were destroyed in brutal battles. After the 3rd city fell, we were able to crush the Quo'thalas. We assumed they were gone forever.
Commissioner, I'm receiving a message from deep space.
Earth. You must turn over the legacy and time travel technology, the birthright of the Quo'thalas. If you do not, there will be dire consequences.
The situation is desperate. The Symbiotree defense fleet is scattered, and the Quo'thalas Armada more formidable than ever. That is why we have come here. With the legacy, we may be able to stop the Quo'thalas. Without it, the Symbiotree might not be able to protect Earth this time.
You need us for our time travel technology. You're asking us to go back to the cities before their destruction to search for this legacy.
Let me go back, Commissioner. I've been to the cities. I can find this legacy. At the very least, it will give the Earth a bargaining chip with the Quo'thalas.
You wouldn't even know where to start looking.
In each of the cities, the attacks seem concentrated over the central temples. The legacy may be hidden in one of them.
Doesn't look as though we have much of a choice. But this is going to happen our way, Ambassador. This will be an Earth investigation only. The Earth government will be made aware of everything you've disclosed.
My government should not have kept this from you for so long. I hope this will not hurt the kinship between Cyril and Earth.
Very well, Gage. I'm sending you on a mission to search for this legacy.
William, program 3 jump coordinates to each of the 3 cities approximately 1 day before they will be destroyed.
They should be uploading to your suit in a moment.
How will I know this legacy when I see it?
All of the Orylen legends describing the legacy are vague. This pendant is an ancient Sosequi relic that our archaeologists discovered on another planet. We believe this symbol is a Sosequi marking that represents their legacy. The true legacy might also bear this mark. Good fortune, Agent Blackwood.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play the Journeyman Project 3, Legacy of Time. This is going to be a short little bit from me after all of the cutscene that we just saw.
Meanwhile, back at the Batcave...
Totally, we're back in the TSA for a little bit. Unfortunately, we're only confined to this room.
Gage, tell me honestly, you're really the only guy that works here, right?
I'm pretty sure that I am. Other than vague accounts of Agent 3 doing things, and also Agent 2 doing one thing and Agent 8 apprehending us in the second game, yeah, we're pretty much the only one who actually does anything.
Well, here we go, Gage. We need to find the 3 pieces of the Sosequi legacy. The time coordinates are in your menu. Choose one and we'll be on our way.
So as you can see, we have 3 new coordinates to go to. Each are a day before the disasters happened. This will give us time to find the legacy. Now, I'm going to be staying here and not going to any of the time zones for this video, but I just wanted to actually begin a sort of discussion about the portion of the game that we just got to. And hey, look at over there. There's something familiar from the last game. This is what we were in when Agent 3 captured us. But speaking of Agent 3, how was she able to get around the time zones from leaving Arthur away? And how did Arthur not know about the messages that were on, pretty much within him, that he was able to transmit? It's an interesting discussion that I've seen a couple of people on several forums, actually old forums anyways, discuss about, like, because it's a weird story arc that doesn't have a lot of explanation to it. My thoughts is that Agent 3 noticed all of this going on, and because they were stuck in the time stream, they went to each of these locations to see all of these things. She planted the time codes for where she was going to be on Quo'thalas, and then came back to the Mediterranean in order to drop off Arthur, in order to lure an agent out in order to figure out what she had discovered. Now, in terms of how Arthur didn't really understand how everything was going and pretty much was along for the ride with us, I can't be Dalton anymore? Oh no. No, boo. I have a feeling that what Agent 3 was able to do was actually kind of mind wipe Arthur. Don't know how, not explained. But it kind of works. We also still have our stick. Our stick is going to be a little bit handy when we go into the next 3 portions of the game. We're heading into the meat now. But from what I've just said about the last arc in Agent 3 and how her actions were able to come to pass, I'm going to leave it to you to discuss that. Let's see if we can actually figure this stuff out. So next time, we're going to be heading back to the Mediterranean Sea, to Atlantis. A day before the flood and the destruction happened, in order to find the legacy. We're getting into the meat of the game now. After the first portion, now we're going back into old times, swapping and switching between time zones in order to get items to solve puzzles. One last thing before we go.
Bright light! Bright light!
Yes, my little gremlin. Yes, my little gremlin. So, I will see you all next time as we head on to Mediterranean Sea 1262 BC on October 5th. See you next time, everyone!